Hey guys, it's a Geeky Chick here, and today we are going to be playing a reading through. I don't know, do we call it playing or what? But we are going to be doing a new story in Choices app. I know I have not finished the Freshman Book 1, but I just feel like I need to start a story in the beginning so I don't feel so far behind and overwhelmed. So we are going to start A Courtesan of Rome. That one looks kind of spicy. And I want to also do high school story class act. There's only 6 out so far, and I feel like I won't feel like overwhelmed. Like I can catch up on that one really quick. So let's go ahead and get started on Courtesan of Rome for today though. Chapter 1 of 2 available. Make your debut as a courtesan in ancient Rome and plot your vengeance against Julius Caesar for his conquest of your homeland. Yeah, this sounds good. Ooh, I like the music. Yes, I like this one. Okay. Sometimes the music doesn't even work for me, so I'm happy. Note, A Courtesan of Rome takes place in a historical time period with very different views on violence, slavery, mistreatment of women, and animal sacrifice. These and other mature themes will be explored. Player discretion is advised. So if you guys have any problems with any of that, time to go. Chapter 1, A Princess of Gaul. The year is 50 BCE. The Roman Republic is the most powerful nation in the world, and Julius Caesar is waging a campaign to conquer your homeland of Gaul. Tonight you will make your debut as a courtesan and entertainer in Rome at a party hosted by Senator Cassius Longinus? Ooh, these names, y'all. Choose a look for your debut. Face 1. Tap the left and right arrows to see other options. I kind of like that. Oh, I like that one. I think we could probably go with face 3. We'll go with face 3. We're gonna choose this look. Item chosen. Show off your look. Tutorial. Excellent choice. How would you like to style your hair? A look of patrician wealth and glamour. Ooh, braids and beads, a unique look from sun-kissed Egypt, yes. Bold and beautiful. So that's like the basic, but I mean, I don't want to go basic. Wild and untamed, I kind of like that. Modest bun, elegant and sophisticated. I think we're gonna go with a unique look from sun-kissed Egypt. I think that, that works. We're already spinning up our diamonds. Now let's see what you would like to wear. Different outfits can affect the story in different ways. Be sure to wear something just right for each occasion. So, a belt of jewels, turn heads in this sexy and sophisticated style. Ooh, hold your own with the grandest patrician ladies, capped in violet. I like that. That is nice. We're not gonna do the basic. I mean, that's elegant but tempting. Now I think we're gonna go with this one. Yes. And that's 20. Guys, we're gonna be broke before it even starts. We're almost ready to begin your story. Are you happy with this look? Perfect. Let's begin. One last thing. What shall we call you? We'll go with Lia. I don't know. We'll just go with Elizabeth. I couldn't think of anything. Is that too long? Let's do Liza. Okay. Welcome to Rome, Liza. Let's begin your story. You approach the lavish villa where you will make your debut and knock on the door. Smile, be charming, and never let them know you want them all dead. Yes. She's ready to kill. What? The door swings. Oh, the music's changed. The door swings open and a hush falls over the crowd of toga-clad patrician noblemen. Your bodyguard withdraws to the shadows as your Vilica Lena gestures dramatically, drawing all eyes. We're making an entrance. Lena, lords and officers of the Senate, our most esteemed host, Senator Cassius Longinus. It is an honor to have you here. Making her first appearance tonight, a beauty beyond compare, blessed by the muses and all the arts, from composition to conversation. Yes! All eyes follow as you cross the room, taking up your cithara. Domina. Beautiful. Look at these men. Yeah, okay. I'd like a taste of that. Oh, no. Lisa will now sing us the Song of Diana. As you strum the first notes, the shimmering silk and gold trim on your dress catches the fading sunlight. Under Diana's protection, we pure girls and boys, we pure boys and girls, we sing of Diana. The crowd holds its breath as your flawless voice rings out, your ivory pick pulling each rippling note from the cithara's 7 strings. Oh, this dude is shook. Look at him, he don't know what to do with himself. Him too, yeah, you too. You watch the smug, self-satisfied faces of Rome's elite, entranced by your singing, and feel a surge of pride and contempt. Slowing the music, you stretch your arms, letting the silk of your dress ripple along your sides as you perform the first teasing movements of a dance. What? Take whatever sacred name pleases you. Be a sweet help to the people of Rome, as you have been of old. Gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the prick of Cupid's arrow as you welcome the Princess of Gaul. As you shift and drop your knee, the watching patrons burst into rapturous applause, snapping their fingers and flapping the ends of their togas. Lena whispers in your ear, remember, you need do nothing against your will. It's time to meet your admirers. Lena leaves quietly as you put the cithara down, readying your smile for the men who gather around. A remarkable performance from a remarkable beauty. I had no idea Gaelic women could even be trained to sing like that. You roll your eyes inwardly, but carefully compose your face. My thanks, Domine. I need to look up some of these words. You brace yourself for his kiss of greeting, but he has already turned to someone behind him. You're a lucky dog, Cassius. I'm changing my bet. My gold Eurus against the knight with her, if Caesar's taken goal. I told you already, I don't bet on people's lives. The crowd parts and you see a tall, handsome young man smiling warmly. He takes your hand and presses a gentle kiss on your knuckles. Liza, Mea, Charisma, right? I don't know. Your song was as beautiful as you. Welcome to my home. Could not ask for a more handsome patron. Care nothing for Rome's Senate. He's kind of handsome. He's got that no-shave November going on. Cassius smiles, and for a moment, you can almost forget he is Roman. Behind his patrician features, his eyes hold an unexpected kindness. Fortune smiles on me to have you here tonight. I know many men were vying to be the first to host the Princess of Gaul. You are not what I was expecting. Is that a relief or a disappointment? Teasingly, you circle one of his fingers with your own and hear his sharp intake of breath. We'll have to find out. Truly, you must take care tonight or risk Venus herself looking down in jealousy of your beauty. She is a vision to rival the gods. Cassius grimaces, but politely nods toward the other man to introduce him. This is Senator Lucius. Charmed. He looks gross. You stiffly accept Lucius's greeting kiss, then move aside, whispering to Cassius. I shall certainly be grateful that you are my patron and not him. My apologies that you must be here with them at all. How is it that someone as young as you is even serving in the Senate? I took my father's seat when he passed. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Rome and the Republic meant everything to him. He would have wanted nothing more than for me to serve in his stead. Cassius gestures at one of the candles burning in the shrine. That one is for him. You touch his arm comfortingly, and he takes a breath, giving you a determined smile as you both cross the room. Cassius offers you a cup of wine. I'm sorry, I was hoping to make your debut wonderful for you. You didn't come here to listen to me talk about my father. You give him a mischievous grin. Then just what were you imagining I would do for you, Senator Cassius? Just Cassius, please. Though I must confess, I did have an ulterior motive in hiring you tonight. And here I thought it was for the sheer pleasure of my company. How could I ever not want that? But it's not always easy to make inroads as a newer member of the Senate. I knew your debut would be a draw, even for those who normally ignore me. Is there something you would have me do for you then to win favor from these senators? Only what you are trained to do. Play the cithara, sing, dance, mingle with the men and talk to them. Perhaps listen and tell me what you hear. Ooh, a spy. Some choices affect Lisa's reputation. Higher reputation unlocks special scenes and choices. I will charm your guests for you. Yeah, we want to get close, especially since we want to kill some people. Cassius smiles and kisses your hand again. The softness of his lips against your skin sends a delicious shiver through you. We got reputation. I have no doubt. Perhaps you will grace us all with another song later. Of course. As another guest arrives, Cassius excuses himself, and Senator Lucius sees his opportunity to approach. He looks you over with a leer. It seems Cassius plucked the prettiest flower in Gaul for himself. He is my patron for this evening, yes. Domine, I bring news. You turn to see a young boy flushed and sweating from exertion. Lucius turns to him in annoyance, then checks himself at the clear urgency in the boy's verse. He draws him aside. What is it? But softly, I would not have everyone know. The boy nods and lowers his voice as the senator leans close. Strumming your cithara, you station yourself nearby, listening intently while keeping your face carefully turned away. I came as soon as I heard Mark Antony is on his way, Domine. He bring news of how Caesar's final battle went in Gaul. 8 years ago. Okay, we're going even further in the past. You and your family were taken captive in Gaul. Caesar's general, Legate Aquila, has brought you to Rome to display in a triumph, a massive military parade to celebrate their victory over your tribe. What is the name of your tribe? I have no idea. We'll just go with whatever. Courtesan. I don't know. Victus, hold your head up. Hold your heads up. These Romans think they have taken everything from us, but they cannot take our pride. I am still chief of the Courtani? The Courtani are no more. Your brother's face ripples in fury. We should have died defending them. No, we are defeated, not dead. As long as we live, we still have a chance to win our freedom, to find happiness again. The gods have shown me the future, Liza. I see us together again, free. How, Mother? When? Your mother shakes her head, eyes still misty. There are many trials we must endure for it to come pass. We will endure. Armor yourselves with your love and your memories. We must all bide our time until we can escape and find vengeance. I pray the gods give us strength. The gods would not demand this humiliation. I believe we must have faith. The greatest challenges are tests of the gods. We must prove we're worthy. You are a warrior, Liza. The Courtani live on in you. I pray the gods hear you, daughter, but I fear they can be careless with their playthings. The gods favor Rome. Why else would they let it grow so large? If all the tribes had only worked together against Rome, if they had come to our rescue. That is what Rome relied on. They are picking us off one by one. We can only hope that our defeat might spur the rest to ally with each other before it's too late. The wagon rolls and bumps through the jutted streets as crowds of Romans jeer and throw garbage. Filthy Gaul, savages, Rome will destroy you all. Your father stops, looking back and forth between you and your brother. Remember that I love you, that your mother and I both love you. You will survive this. The crack of a whip makes you all fall back. At the front of the wagon, a Roman in full military regalia stands tall, accepting the adulation of the crowd. I am Aquila, conqueror of the Catuni tribe, under the command of General Julius Caesar. Praise Caesar, praise Aquila. I sent to you the barbarian chief and his family, forced to their knees by the might of Rome. The crowd erupts in cheers of triumph. Aquila casually kicks your father in the gut. Oh. Kneel, barbarian, and admit that Jupiter Maximus is the greatest of all gods. Bow? Let's just go ahead and we're gonna yell. Leave him alone! You lunge for Aquila, only to be brought up short as the legate snaps his whip. No! The little vixen has a bite. What is this? Oops, kneel and praise Jupiter, barbarian, or see your daughter sacrificed to him. Your father grinds the words out slowly through gritted teeth. Hail, Jupiter, Maximus, greatest of all gods. Behold great Caesar's conquest. The barbarian admits the might of Rome. Aquila kicks your father in the face, leaving a streak of blood on his lip, then turns his attention to the crowd. Your father gathers you close. Listen to me, we don't have much time. What do you mean? After the triumph, they will separate us, sell us away from each other. No. It won't be forever, Liza, I promise you, but I need you all to swear a vow. I will not submit. Promise me, all of you, whatever you have to do, you will survive. I vow it by the gods of earth and sea, of life and death. Promise to do whatever it takes to find each other again and get our vengeance on these Romans who destroyed us. Your choice of vow will change your story and unlock future scenes and opportunities. I vow to go to the ends of the earth to find you. Yeah. Devoted daughter. Yes. Your mother squeezes your hand tightly, tears running freely down her cheeks. The gods tell me it will be many years before we see each other again, Liza. Do not forget us. Never. I will play docile, I will cooperate, and I will wait for the first moment I am free to find you. Whatever happens to you, wherever they send you, remember that we are still searching for you. Do all that you can to find us again. You know the men most responsible for what happened. Aquila, his tribunes, Julius Caesar, the one who gave him his command. Hunt them down and make sure they suffer as we have suffered. Your father uses the jagged edge of one manacle to cut a shallow slice in each of your palms. He presses yours to his. May the gods bind you with this vow. May they guide you and protect you, that you will live to see your promises fulfilled. May they strike Legate Aquila dead now, or admit they're powerless to help us. I vow that whatever it may cost me, I will find you all again and see Aquila drowned in blood. Are you alright, Liza? Oh. You come back to yourself at the start, fingers moving on the cithara strings again, and see Cassia's worried face close to yours. Is something wrong? You look around and see that Lucius' messenger has disappeared, but Lucius and several of his cronies are watching you, and Cassius with suspicion. You pull your face into a smile. I'm fine. Are you certain? You looked worried. I will not ruin your party with my musings. Watching Lucius and the other senators from the corner of your eye, you firmly clamp down on your remembered anger. I wanted to ask if there was a special song you would like me to play. Your Song of Diana was lovely, but surely not something you used to sing in Gaul. I would love to hear a song from your homeland. He winces as a smile freezes on your face. Cassius pulls you aside into a small chamber off the main room. It must be difficult to escape such talk. The whole city has been waiting to hear of Caesar's final battle in Gaul. Is it the final battle? I thought the outcome was still in doubt. The tribes have all united under one leader. Caesar and all his legates have them surrounded at the city of Alesia. Either he will triumph there, or Gaul will crush his army. Then there is still a chance that Gaul may break free. It will all be decided at Alesia, one way or the other. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought this up with you. I have no wish to cause you pain. I should tell him what you overheard about Mark Antony. It is not you who brought it up. Senator Lucius received word from Mark Antony. From Antony? Then the battle must be over. We have only to learn who won. You both glance through the doorway to see Senator Lucius now smugly ensconced in a corner, whispering with a small knot of men. Cassius gives you a level look, all bashfulness gone, and you give a hint of how he has thrived in the Senate despite his youth. I hope you know the Senate never ordered Caesar to invade Gaul. He did it against our wishes, to build his personal power. From what I've seen, all of Rome celebrates his victories. The people love him. He gives them a taste of glory and conquest. But in the Senate, not everyone likes the power he's building. Why? They never tried to stop him before. Cassius leans close, voice soft as he glances at the door to be sure he isn't overheard. I have long tried to convince my father in the Senate that Caesar's ambitions don't stop at the Alps. I believe he would crown himself king if he could. There are no kings in Rome. No, Rome has not had a king for more than 400 years. But I'm no longer the only one who worries that Caesar means to use his army to crown himself and put an end to our republic. You hear a guest calling from outside. Cassius, I heard a rumor there was to be a food at this party. Excuse me. You follow Cassius out into the main room where you hear a quiet knock at the door. You open it and see a beautiful young woman in the blue gown of respectable Roman wife. Oh, I didn't realize. I was just here to see my cousin. I didn't realize he had company, especially someone as beautiful as you. A loud burst of laughter comes from inside and the young woman flinches. Oh, it sounds like there are a lot of people here. I'll just see Cassius another time. I'm sure Cassius will want to see you. You smile at her, trying to set her at ease, but she looks away from your gaze, jaw tightening every time she hears men's voices from across the room. You're very kind. I should go. I should not be unescorted where there are strange men inside. Should I tell Cassius you are here? You follow the young woman outside as she hurries back to her letter. If you like, tell him I'll come back tomorrow. The letter bearers kneel to allow her to climb inside. Wait, what's your name? Sabina. I'm Liza. I hope to see you again. Sabina gives you a sad look before pulling the litter drapes closed without answering. As you turn back to the door, you see that Senator Lucius has followed you outside. Ah, a lovely Gallic princess. I was hoping you were still here. Something about tonight puts me in mind to sample the wares of Gaul. He reaches out to touch your face and you step out of reach. Fine, then how much will this buy me? Curling his lip, he tries to hand you a gold. Knock it aside. I'm not interested. Senator Lucius takes a step closer, reaching out to grab your arm, when suddenly your bodyguard melts out of the shadows to throw him up against the wall of the villa, shoulder and knee pinning him in place. Oh yes, bodyguard. You will not touch her again. Liza is not your property. She's a courtesan from the finest school in Rome. 8 years ago, after the triumph. You stand in chains in a lavish room, the first time you've ever been inside a Roman building. Why have you brought me here? Aquila talks in rapid Latin with an elegant woman. You don't fully understand them, but you follow enough to realize that the legate is trying to sell you. And why should I be interested in bringing this girl into my? She is a princess of Gaul, daughter of a defected chief. Do you know how many men would pay good coin for her? I am not yours to sell, monster. The woman looks intrigued by your outburst. Whose are you then, little princess? No one but myself, the tribe. I am no princess. I am the next chief of my tribe. Ha, your tribe is dust, girl. You're a princess of nothing. You bare your teeth at him, shackles restraining you from doing anything further. The woman gives a decisive nod. I'll take her. No. 2,000 something. The woman waves her hand dismissively. Take it up with my factor. I have better things to do than haggle. Before you can even register what is happening, a servant has escorted the legate to the door, leaving you alone with your new mistress. I am Liza the Katauni. Katauni? I won't be your slave. No, you won't. She gestures to a servant. Get these chains off of her. The servant quietly unlatches the fetters from your arms and legs. You stand for a moment, rubbing the sores they left on your skin. I am Lena, and this is my scale. I have to look that up, where I train the finest courtesans in Rome. I will whore myself to no man. Nor do I ask you to. I bought your freedom because I think you would rather earn money from me than be the slave Aquila would make you. In my scala, you can become one of the most influential women in Rome. You will learn to read and write, to recite poetry, and play the cithara. Why would I want that? Because it gives you freedom, more freedom than any woman in Rome. As a courtesan, you alone can go unescorted into the spaces where men decide our lives, and you will learn how to make them do anything for you. What would I need to do? You will train in the arts and graces until I say you are ready to make your debut as a companion and entertainer in Rome's elite. As a courtesan of my skull, you would have many patrons, some for a night or two, others for years if you keep their interest. I can guess how you expect me to keep their interest. I won't ask you to do anything against your will, Liza. Then why would any patron want me? You are a princess of Gaul. With my training, you will learn to make any senator give his fortune just for the touch of your hand. It is the most power any woman can have. Teach me to wield this power. Good. Lena looks at you pointedly. Every girl I've ever taken on has had men who wronged her. You will hardly be the first to win a man's love with only hate in your heart. As long as you're bringing money to my scala, I care little what you choose to do with the rest of your time. Show me what to do. Lena's training gives you skill and intrigue. Throughout a Courtesan of Rome, you will have opportunities to use your wills to trick, charm, and seduce powerful men to pursue your vengeance. Lena calls over a large man in enamelled white armor. This is Syphax. He will be your bodied armor. You need fear nothing in my care. I expect you to keep her safe, not only from men, but from her own worst impulses. Of course, Domina. Lena smiles and runs a finger over your filthy cheek, still matted with blood and something. Now, I think a bath if you want to beguile the men of Rome. You will have to learn to pass for Roman. Syphax is still holding Senator Lucius. Nothing happens unless the lady offers first, understand? You have no right to lay hands on me. I can handle this myself. I have no interest in your patronage, Senator. You give Sinks a tight nod, and he reluctantly releases the senator. My apologies for not intervening sooner, Liza. Lena wanted me to stay out of sight as much as possible during your debut. Of course. Several of the other guests have congregated at the doorway, drawn by the commotion. They move to make way as Lucius stalks inside. You will regret this, girl. I offered you fair work for fair pay, and you set your dog on me. You insulted the honor. You insulted me, you insulted my bodyguard, and you insulted our host, my Patreon. You sneak a glance at the watching patrons who are riveted by your fury. Ooh, whoa. You should be ashamed of yourself, Senator Lucius. Several of the gathered men turn away from Lucius, shaking their heads. Cassius grabs Lucius firmly by the arm. Liza's my guest tonight. Lucius, are you all right, Liza? Lucius looks to the other patrons for support, but no one steps up. Terrible way to treat one of Lena's finest courtesans. Your good reputation helped protect you. Yes. The food is served, Lucius. Perhaps we should go eat it before it gets cold. With an apologetic look, Cassius leads the other senator away, leaving you alone with your bodyguard. You never did answer Cassius' question. What question? Are you all right? I was just remembering how I came here. Lena gave me a chance at life I never thought I would have, but a far different one than what you would have chosen. I know my role here. Look, I'm still smiling, and I know mine. To protect Lena's investment? He meets your gaze firmly, his brown eyes warm. To protect you, and not just from violence. You know it can be dangerous to wear your emotions too openly. Your eyes sting with sudden tears and you drop your gaze. I thought after all this time, I would be better at hiding. The men are going to the other room to eat. You can take time to recover if you need it. I know better than to let the words of a pig like Lucius affect me. But his messenger told him that Mark Antony brings news back to the city. He'll know whether Caesar was repelled or conquered all of Gaul, or has conquered all of Gaul. He'll know if Aquila will finally return to Rome and be within my reach. Your bodyguard lays a comforting hand on your shoulder, turning you to face him. Then you definitely need time to recover. Perhaps we could take a moment to pray for your family. I have prayed. Even when I knew no one was listening, it has done nothing. You can't know that. You are here and safe and alive. If your parents prayed, do you think that they would ask for more than that? Perhaps your prayers have done as much for them. I just wish I knew. Come, make an offering with me. If nothing else, it would give us a moment to spend alone, away from any curious eyes. Make an offering? Go to the meal. Well, let's see what this is about. Perhaps I would feel better if I took a moment. Most of the guests have moved further inside, leaving the shrine relatively shielded from the clamor of voices. You sigh in relief. In Gaul, we never spent too much time inside walls. You forget how loud they make everyone seem. And seeing you tonight as beautiful and polished as the most sophisticated nobleman, you forget you're still a barbarian inside. You give Sax a mock glare. Take that back. It's true, no one who looked at you would think you were born to anything but luxury. Are you breathing more easily now? I'm better now that I'm with you. I would rather be with you than any rich Roman patron. He smiles and brushes a strand of hair from your cheek. Yes, I got a little romance with the bodyguard. And I wish I had coin and power enough that you need never entertain another one. I as well. You run a finger over the stiff breastplate of his armor, made equally to impress and protect. He covers your hand, trapping it against the enabled plates. Unfortunately, it is rich Roman patrons who pay for us both to live. Is there no other way? You remember, my people were defeated by Rome as well. That's right, you don't talk about it often. No, my land of Numidia, what Rome calls Africa, was brought under Rome when my parents were children. Why did you leave? My father took part in an uprising, what Rome decided was an uprising. They sent me away from him, put me in the legions for a time. I preferred to make my own way. What happened to your family? Perhaps we should both make an offering in our family's memories. In their honor, they are not dead. Of course. We swore we would find each other again, no matter what it took. I hope you do. For me, it was easier to move forward once I let go. Fax takes out a silver coin with 2 ears of grain imprinted on one side. Great Mother Isis, accept this gift as you accepted the souls of my family. Care for them and hold them close. He lays the silver coin on the shrine where it reflects the dancing torchlight. Do you want to make an offering? I will offer blood. I need your knife. He looks surprised but offers you a large dagger, hilt first. Abruptly, you prick the ball of your finger, bringing a drop of blood, welling it to the surface. You let it drip onto the shrine. Gods of my ancestors, I offer you this sacrifice of blood. Protect my family wherever they might be. You pause to consider what prayer to offer. Please, God, bring my family back to me. You lower your head, pursing your lips as you pray silently. Please bring them to me. It's been too long. I just want to see them again. You lift your head, looking at your offering. I have little of my own to offer. The gods may think I have nothing worthwhile to give them. He takes your hand, gently wiping the blood from your finger. The gods accept any offer sincerely made, but they do little to grant the prayers of anyone but Rome. He glances at you in concern. You shake your head and smile. You were right. I was too bitter to stay at the party. I feel lighter now. To look at you now, no one would guess how much you've gone through. But they all know I am not the Princess of Gaul. Am I not? That is how Lena sells me. You look as though you were born to the highest ranks of Rome, but with the fire in you, no proper Roman daughter would be allowed. I shall be the best in Roman. If I must live as one of them, I shall show there is nothing they can do better than me. You will draw the eye of every man in Rome and make every wife jealous. It is my job and duty to protect you, Liza, but you have more than just my service as a bodyguard. Ooh. I hope you will always see me as a true and loyal friend. Yeah, your friendship is valuable to me. I've been here 8 years and there is no one else in Rome I would call friend yet. I am honored by your trust. Suddenly you hear Cassius' voice from the other room. Liza, Liza, where did she go? I should return to the party. With one looking back at your offering on the shrine, you and Sfax turn to meet the guests who are returning to the front room. You make your way back to Cassius, who takes your hand graciously. My sincere apologies for Senator Lucius, Liza. He should not have presumed to lay hands on you. I'm glad your bodyguard was there to protect you. That's why he's here. I should have known Lucius would not respect my home. There are many men I must work with in Senate. Most of them are not who I would pick if I had the choice. I thank you for your support. We don't need to be alone together. I know you have little reason to trust a Roman, but I hope you know I would never harm you. Suddenly, the room goes silent. Outside, you hear the steady beat of marching feet. Everyone looks to the door, and you hear the rattle of armor as someone approaches. Cassius meets your gaze with apprehension as his front door slams open to reveal a sharp-eyed man dressed as if he had come straight from the battlefield. Mark Antony. Greetings, Cassius. Anthony. Mark Antony, back from fighting the barbarian hordes? Anthony surveys the room, taking in shock and trepidation with clear enjoyment. I've just returned from the front. I bring you news of Caesar's victory in Gaul. The words hit you like a blow. Gaul has fallen. I can never go home again. Next time on A Courtesan of Rome, meet the sly and dangerous Mark Antony and learn what Caesar and his army will do next, and where your father has been these past 8 years. What? 40 minutes of good story, y'all. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of this? It was awesome. So much, so much. We've got 2 potential love interests already. I don't know. This is crazy. Yeah. Let me know what you think.